Hello everyone, welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast. So last week's episode stayed up, out of popular demand, so thank you guys for listening to that. Additionally, the next, this episode and the next one are the last two that I can find from that long ago, and so anything that you hear after that is going to be brand new stuff. Hopefully we have great audio quality. It is not recorded even yet, so super excited for that. Also, I'd like to just point out the intro and outro of our show is from the album Beacon by Matt Duncan. It is a song called 1,000 Boys. Make sure to check it out. And then additionally, if you want to contact us, give us ideas to talk about, or if you have any questions, you can email us at WAWTATPC@gmail.com. That's What Are We Talking About Today podcast@gmail.com. All right, anyways, enjoy the episode.
There's 1,000 boys with their hearts in their mouths, so I hadn't had the heart to spit it out. That I'm smitten with my worries and my doubts. No love-lone prince would ever dare to sing about.
Yes.
Into the wall?
Don't worry about it,
You're
Parker.
braver than I am.
Don't worry about it, Parker.
What's gonna happen?
It's just gonna
It,
fry.
my battery's not going to work as well. My
Worst
cord?
case scenario, it'll fry the port
Oh, yeah.
Why?
and damage it because it's
Because it's
pushing
too strong.
It's pushing 68 watts through there.
Mine will test it.
Huh?
Care to explain what's going on?
These nuts.
Oh, I've plugged
Did you
my
start
phone
recording over there?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
into the wall with a C-type charger from a MacBook,
A 13-inch MacBook Pro.
a 13-inch MacBook Pro, into my Samsung Galaxy S8. So
Parker's very concerned. For some reason.
Parker's concerned because he works at a Mac store, so he
I've
knows
seen
stuff. He's seen stuff. But besides that point, we are currently at John Michael's house,
What's up?
and we're recording a podcast. What are we talking about today, everyone?
That's the same air conditioner my apartment has.
Nice.
Parker's pointing to an air conditioner.
You might hear it buzzing on the microphones. I'm not sure if it's.
That's
picking
true.
it up.
I'm gonna shut the door. So
No, it'll be hot in here.
So when does the intro be inserted? Is that before this whole thing starts?
Probably before this whole thing starts.
Sick. So you guys know who we are?
Yeah, that's us. But we also have a special boy. Some call them guests,
He's
but to us
basic-
they're special
He's
boys.
basically a host at this point.
At this point, basically a host.
Has he been on every single one almost?
No.
No.
Is this the first one?
No, AJ's been on every single one except this
Which
one.
AJ is not here today. So if you don't know, today we have none other than Daniel Blank Garcia.
What?
Doesn't have a middle name. Also known as Danny G, formerly known as Sauce from high school.
Yeah, you know.
He is one of the best dressed men I've ever met. Let alone,
Currently in a sweatshirt and sweatpants.
But when he did,
With his sweatshirt pulled up and his ears popping out like the vine.
But when he does, whatever he does is now what's cool.
Like the Snoop Dogg kid.
Yeah.
Hey,
So that is
they're pretty dope sweatpants. They're Adidas.
They're nice, they're nice.
so yeah, that's Danny, our guest for the day.
Thank you, Mo, for that intro. I love that.
I need to finish all the way through, but that's
No,
fine.
continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's actually all I got.
You didn't finish, but that's all you got. You were gonna improv some more.
Yeah.
We also got, not sponsored, but we got 2 boxes of Little Caesars pizza today.
Yeah. Also, Dasani.
Also some Dasani water. Could you hand me that Dasani water?
Also, High Grounds coffee and
The one opened one.
Also, blender bottle.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we're not sponsored by any of those people.
Just shouting them out.
Just shout out because we enjoy their products.
I'm wearing jeans, and so is Mason.
Mason hasn't worn jeans since winter. I sat in bleach today.
Well, the problem is I have some khaki shorts that I wear to work, and one of them is all messed up, so I can't wear them. I had like 4 pair. One of them, Tanner painted, and the paint won't come out.
Nice.
Painted. So I'm
It's
down
Tanner.
to 1 pair.
Don't question it.
I'm down to 1 pair, and I can't afford to buy more.
Classic.
Well, I can, but I don't want to.
It's a waste of money.
So I just wear jeans.
I
It's pretty air conditioned.
I live at a campground currently, so there's 4 showers for all of the guys in the campground. So they had just cleaned the bathrooms, and so I went in there and all 4 showers were in use. And so they have 2 little waiting chairs. But apparently they bleached everything. So I walked in with my last pair of shorts that I own. Sat down on it. This was today. Sat down, took my shower, starting to put like clothes on. I was like, my butt is entirely white,
Oh my god.
but like not my actual butt.
Oh, I was hoping for that.
I mean, it is.
If you can't tell,
If you can't tell
he is white.
from my voice, I am white. I'm gonna grab a paper towel. I haven't moved this much on the podcast.
Can I get some dip, which is in that sauce? What do you mean by dip?
You can't get any meat.
Dip.
That was a lame joke. I'm
Dip.
sorry.
Dip.
Take me out.
We're gonna edit that in post.
Dip is a carcinogen, and I don't want us to support it on the podcast.
So,
He's talking about garlic butter dip. For the record, that was a joke that didn't land.
Do you care about
Except
double
with
dipping?
Danny.
I get
I
it.
respect that.
You care about double dipping?
Huh? Uh-huh.
you do? Parker, you care
No,
about double
no,
dipping.
dip-
I was gonna say, I was like, excuse me?
The was
I
like
can
yeah,
Did you dip it yet? Carmichael!
No.
I want you to double dip it.
I have no problem double
I'm
dipping.
offended if you don't double dip.
I'm gonna put a paper towel underneath this.
I'm gonna
It's getting
cry.
me
Okay, I'm
anxious.
just gonna get close to the
I'm gonna
table.
be anxious
Are we
if
getting
you don't
closer to the
double-
table?
Well, I was just grabbing a piece of pizza. I was waiting for them to be done with their bit.
What bit?
Right, exactly.
I need
This is
some
real
Coke.
life.
I don't want to hate on pizza, but
Yeah.
it seems thinner than what
Yeah.
I remember.
I had Little Caesars pizza yesterday, and this seems thinner than that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Did you ask for something special? Were you like, hey, give me
$5 hot and ready.
Okay.
Well, $5.55 hot and ready.
Little
Because they changed the
Caesars
price.
Are you
Isn't-
kidding me? What?
Yeah.
It's
And it's
not-
been like that for 2 years.
Yeah.
Little Caesars.
We're now angry about
They don't make the most consistent product, but it's consistently acceptable.
Yeah.
And the reason why the $5 thing is because the owner, the founder and stuff, always had the prices locked at $5. So poor families could share a big old meal with their family for just $5. And then he died a couple years ago, so
Aw.
now it's $5.
So capitalism.
Yeah,
So like
Yeah.
they pulled a $5 foot long.
I mean, it's only 55
Yeah.
more.
It was like when
cents.
Steve
But,
Jobs.
yeah.
The thing with Steve Jobs.
Foot jobs are like, what'd you say?
I was gonna compare that whole thing to like.
Little.
Apple.
So what we're doing is comparing Little Caesars to Steve Jobs.
Yeah, but like the guy, like how he died, like how
Steve
Steve
Apple.
Jobs died,
Steve
and like Apple just went down. So like now it's
Did
like,
they?
oh, hot and ready.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they go down?
Yes.
Subway footlongs.
They literally took stuff out in order for them to like get more sales.
Footlongs.
You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Burger,
Don't
you
listen
good?
to me. I'm wrong.
I'm like burping. Footlongs are like $8 now.
Yeah.
What happened to the $5?
$8.
Right, what's happening?
Not the same tone.
Inflation.
What's that?
It's when money sucks.
So
So we're going to have some more format to our podcast right
I
now.
was about to go in that direction. So continue.
Ah!
In case it wasn't
Did you just smack the table that our microphone's on?
Yeah, but it was with my water bottle.
Sick.
But I screamed like it hurt me.
So we're gonna have a little bit more format than our previous few podcasts, which is unless Parker, Mo, and I have culminated some of the best questions I think in history, and so the goal now is we're gonna ask Danny these questions, and we're also going to interject. So like I think this is kind of going to be a new segment. At the beginning, we'll mess around a little bit, but like by this time, we're gonna like be asking questions because we're gonna have guests on. I don't know if it's every week, but
Yeah, because we found out podcasts aren't just a couple bros talking. It's like there's
Right.
actual purpose to a podcast.
Right.
So we're learning.
so
6 episodes in. So
Wait.
Danny, what's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Turn out, I hate yellow. It gives me headaches.
What?
It
Okay,
used to
hold
give
on.
me
hey
headaches.
guys, can we talk about something real quick? This entire room is yellow.
Instantly just trash my
Yeah.
answer.
Do you have a
Well,
headache
no.
now?
When I was a kid, I used to.
Her
on.
hair's yellow.
Hey, that's because I lost a bet.
You don't know if his hair is
Parker, stop burping. We're recording an audio medium.
I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
That means I'm burping.
Anywho,
Continue, Parker.
What?
Continue.
you were telling a story.
When I was a kid, I had a headache for a long time. Like it was a couple months.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm not sure if it was made up or not. But anyway, I associated it with this picture that was yellow.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I just don't like yellow. I think it did actually give me headaches. I'm not sure.
Are you raising your hand?
Might have
Let
been
the
because-
record show that Mo is currently raising his hand.
Let the record show that it might have been because there was sun coming through the window, hitting the yellow and emphasizing its brightness and hurting.
Teacher,
my
you
eyes.
gonna call him Mo?
Huh? What?
This probably should be a before-after conversation, but because there's a new format to our podcast,
Yeah.
I feel that it should be said that as members of the podcast, we should be aware of not talking over or cutting people off.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah, and so do I.
Same.
I think Parker you
Cut
could
him
say
off.
the same thing, and Dana disagreed. So I think we all,
I have a very big problem
yeah, and so I think for the
with
viewers,
implementing this rule.
and for the viewers, I think it'd be smart if we talk one at a time and we just be patient and wait for the story to be over with to then intercede. Obviously, there's like it's give and take, but instead of
Unacceptable.
just jumping to jumping to jumping.
Dude, good job. High five. I
Thanks.
think that.
Mason.
Listeners, nobody's watching.
Do we have a talking stick?
You're so right.
We should get a talking stick. There's a box of cookies over there.
Unacceptable conditions, by the
It
way.
should be a dog.
Okay.
Anyways.
That the talking stick is a dog. Wouldn't that be amazing?
We should buy a dog for the
This is
podcast.
talking-
Just,
Podcast.
This is a talking stick.
oh crap.
I am speaking right now. I hold full power.
Vote on the link below.
Parker, you're not. Please tell the story of the time that we were at school and we had a talking volleyball.
Oh, okay.
Wilson.
It's not really that crazy of a story, to
But
be
then
honest.
let me tell it.
Okay, you tell it.
So we're. I'm now giving it to Parker.
No,
for some
you don't have
reason.
to tell him. You just do it.
Is it about Wilson from Castaway?
It is a Wilson volleyball.
My problem with the talking stick is that I don't get the chance to interject funny jokes that aren't funny, but I think they are.
Yeah, I remember.
This is.
You know what? Screw the talking. We're just gonna go.
Okay.
Be respectful of someone telling the story.
We'll just be normal Homo sapiens and not Cro-Magnon.
Okay, I'm good. Never mind. Go.
Okay, so it's like a
That's what it
April. It's like an April evening, and me, Danny, and my girlfriend, other Danny, are chilling in the common areas at school, and it's it's like 11 at night, and we're just bored. Like college kids usually have fun, but like we're in a Christian school, so having fun is like
Classic.
sitting in the commons area trying to do something fun, and so we started passing
So much fun.
we started passing a volleyball around, and then Daniel came with the idea to say you can't talk unless you have this ball, so we were passing it around, and we were like doing pretty well. Like literally, it was like you could not talk if you didn't have the ball, and so we passed it around and we'd ask each other questions and then pass it around, and then.
I don't know why that was a game to us. But
Yeah, I don't know. We were just bored, and then Danny T, my girlfriend, decided to pass the ball to some random guy, and then we're like we couldn't talk. We were like mouthing all these words because we couldn't talk. No one had the ball, and we look over, and this dude's serving it up, and spiking it in like indoors, like against the wall, and we're like,
Yeah, all we're hearing is just like smacking against the wall. And then, like,
Vomit.
we're like mute, can't speak because we're so into this game.
so
And
yeah,
we can't tell the guy like, hey, give us our ball back. Me and Mo were looking at Danny like, why did you do that?
I would like to give the point
I respect that.
that Danny was our technically first guest on our podcast.
She was.
Not you, but the other Danny.
yeah.
And I would like to separate the two Dannys.
I'm Danny G.
Yeah.
We got Danny T.
You can also call me Diesel.
Oh, yeah.
Diesel.
Diesel. Yep.
That's my other nickname.
Like
Into
the
summer.
fuel?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm always.
Like
Like
like 30
empty.
always
'Cause you're-
30 cents more expensive.
I was about to
I
make
like
the
that.
same joke. I respect that a
Great
lot.
minds do not think alike.
Hey,
Oh,
great minds think.
All right.
Mo, what's your favorite color?
These nuts.
yeah.
Green.
Why?
I'm wearing a green shirt.
Is that
Uh,
why?
No, I just grew up loving green. I don't know. It's always my favorite color.
Because it's in nature.
Can I?
Yeah, it reminds me of trees, frogs, grass, like my
Frogs.
favorite things. So
I just thought of this. Can I change my color? It's not just yellow. It's any type of pastel.
I hate that.
Oh my
color.
gosh.
I hate
Just choose a
pastels.
color.
No, it's every pastel color.
Pastels give me stomach aches.
Oh my gosh. like my answer.
Because one time I ate one.
you ate a pastel.
And now I hate all colors. I wish I was colorblind.
When I think of eating
What the
pastel,
frick?
I think of eating those small burgers, but like
Sliders.
desserts.
Sliders?
No, the desserts.
Like the
that are-
chewy ones?
Macaroons.
Macaroons,
Ah.
but they look like pretty patties from SpongeBob.
Is that what
Mhm.
macaroon is?
Yeah.
Pretty patty.
Mason,
Mason, what is your favorite color?
It's always been purple,
Called it.
but
He did call it.
that's just like the one I tell everyone so I don't have to think. It always like switches. So currently it's it's been dark green
Dude.
compared to your green.
I like forest green. It's my favorite color.
Yeah, that's actually the same. It's because Legend of Zelda is my favorite video game.
Mm.
And
Link always wears green.
Respect.
Thank you.
Cool.
where's
Parker?
turquoise?
You hate all colors, so.
Your favorite color is turquoise?
That makes my stomach itch.
That makes my belly button cheese up.
I'm sorry, I actually like turquoise.
Okay, hold on. Explain, please.
What's my favorite color?
No, why your belly button cheeses up?
Which color are we talking about?
Wait, you're
Turquoise.
You just said turquoise makes your belly button cheese up.
Because one time we were watching.
You have an actual story.
We were watching a movie called Alice in Wonderland that's animated from like 1935. And I associate that movie with the color turquoise. And I have this condition where my belly button cheeses up.
Okay, what is cheesing up, Parker?
Like when you don't wash your hands.
clammy? Wait, what are you saying?
I don't know, it just like seeps
Oh my.
extra sharp cheddar cheese. And I
What?
think of turquoise.
I think you need to go to the doctor.
We're all just as confused. Sorry.
We're all just as confused as you are, listener.
Yeah.
Like, Parker has this smug look on his face. I want to move on to the next question.
I don't feel comfortable.
Hey,
Congratulations,
my
you made
question?
everyone uncomfortable.
Even the listeners, everyone listening.
We don't have.
They're
We're
all
not gonna
sweaty
have any
cheese.
listeners after this episode. Can I do my question?
You did your question.
That was your question.
That was a fake
No,
question.
we're going in a circle.
I'm surprised
Mason.
you even.
I'm going
respected
next?
Yeah,
that.
so we go.
We all answered it.
Answer goes counterclockwise, but question goes clockwise.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, so
I
my
have a better question.
No.
than
we need a
that
talking stick again.
After Mason, then me, then you can go.
Yeah,
one. Okay, I respect.
We'll
but
do
I
it round
always
robin
answered
style.
first.
yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Danny, what was the worst date you ever had?
Oh, let me think.
You don't have to name names.
I'll try not to. I don't.
Yeah, preferably
The
not.
worst date I've ever had.
I probably know what it is.
Yeah, but I can't think. Worst date I've ever had. So when this isn't answering the question, but when I was younger, I had one girlfriend in my freshman year, and we didn't really go on dates. I kind of just hung out at her house. So.
What's the worst dating experience you've had?
Dating experience.
Okay. Go on a date.
So
just like
a girl I'm dating, or like.
Danny, answer how you think I want you to answer.
I thought you were like asking like the date that I went on with that person. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I got one. This is great. So me and this girl, we went on a date before, and it was actually went from like just hanging out at a coffee shop to a date because we were just kind of like,
right.
Oh, let's go like hang out, and then later on, I was like, hey, let's go get food downtown. Like I want to go take you on a date. Let me take you to this nice like restaurant. I'll pay. We'll dress nice. Let's go downtown. So we went downtown. Freezing. It was after like the snow started melting, so everything is slushy.
Yeah.
Everything's disgusting. So we're walking to the place where we're going to eat, and we walk inside and we stand there for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes waiting to get seated. And the place is so packed. And then we sit down and we eat and we talk and it's great. But when we leave, we decide to just walk around. And every corner that I walk in, it's like there's just like I'm slipping, I'm falling. Like the soles of my shoes, there's no traction at all. And I'm just like I'm breaking my ankles. It is not fun.
Breakdancing on a
like
date.
she's like,
Was that this
it was
year?
so awkward. Yes, and it was so weird because I'm trying to like talk to you, have a conversation, but I'm also trying my best not to like eat grass right now. But then that's not the worst of it. We get to a corner and we're about to cross the street. There's this puddle in front of us.
Oh no.
And the puddle looks super small. Super small. I'm like, okay, I'll just step on it, like whatever, like it's not that deep of a puddle, like my shoes are high enough. I step in it, it goes up to my calf. It's that deep.
That's a classic Northern Michigan mistake.
Yeah, it's that deep. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's not even the worst of the story. It's that deep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my shoes are soaked. So, and we're just walking around a block, right? And so I'm walking.
It's at 4:30 past this corner.
No, it's the first time. But we go around because we're just talking. We get back to the corner. I'm not thinking. I step in it with my other foot.
Dude, always avoid water.
Yeah. Forever.
It's called awe.
Because
What?
Oh,
AW.
Oh.
They're saying, always avoid water.
Wow. I really didn't get that, and I
So
just
when
thought
you
it was
said awe,
hilarious
I
how
thought
it just failed.
I thought
There's just
AW.
no noise at all.
Not AW.
I got you. I understand.
I prefer AW to mug.
What?
Mo. The question moves on then.
I was just thinking. I've technically only gone on. I've only had one girlfriend. Currently.
That's impressive.
Be careful what you say, Mo. Be careful what you say. She might be listening.
Be careful.
And
Competition is around the corner.
I don't think this is wrong, but I can't think of like a bad experience because we've only gone on like oh that was a terrible date. I can't think of like
Or just like something funny or bad that happened on the date.
okay.
Did you step in a water puddle and then forget it was there and
I
step in it
jumped
with your
over-
other shoe?
We got back from someplace and I went to jump over a pothole, so I avoided
Nice.
I always avoid water. And as I awed the pothole, I tooted.
In front of her?
Yeah.
Was that the first time you ever tooted in front of Danny?
It was like the first date.
Because
Salty?
No,
it's good to establish a baseline though,
Yeah.
because you
It
part a
only-
lot.
For me, it only goes up from there. Like,
Right.
so that was the most classic thing I could do.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks.
Turn on.
You didn't have, but like the thing about that story is like you didn't have to make that decision. Like, oh, like is it time that I like am comfortable enough with you to fart in front
No.
of you? It was made for you. By your body.
Yeah.
It was like, nope, you're doing it.
I tried to repulse it. As a
God
joke.
God sent that fart to you
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah. But that's just who I am. I fart, so.
Yeah. No, I could tell she was extremely comfortable with your amount of farting.
Yeah, so.
Except that one time you farted on the counter and then wiped it off.
You never know what kind of residue.
Exactly, but not at all.
I guess it moves on to you, Mason.
I'd just like to say,
I ate too
me, Mo and Danny are sitting in extremely comfortable, like, lounging
I'm
chairs.
very comfortable.
And Parker is sitting in a folding chair that someone must have set up earlier. I don't know. Nice job, Mo.
It's getting really hot in here. I just want to say.
You're just nervous.
I might take my hoodie off, which I have no shirt under.
We're all friends
It
here.
doesn't have to go to that point, dude.
I have no shirt under this.
It doesn't have to go there.
It doesn't have to be like that.
I might just like take like just pick it up and just like let my like gut sit out.
Just flip.
Just
Right.
sweat. We don't want you to have to take your shirt off.
I should
Just
have.
let it
I
flop.
might take my shirt off.
Oh my god.
I just want you guys to be aware.
Alright.
I appreciate that. If you start doing that in the middle of my story, I won't be phased now.
What?
Sick.
Thank you.
So, I have dated 5 girls.
Okay.
Respect.
It's horrible.
Oh.
It sucks to get broken up with. But the one lasted 2 days. The rest are like year and a half or something. But
Cool.
but this one was 2 days. So it was like the 3rd date, and we went to the movie theater to watch the hit movie La La Land for the first time.
That got
For me?
an Oscar, didn't it?
It was going to, then it didn't.
What beat it? Moonlight or something?
I don't remember what it was. It was
You've been
like
dating since you were 13.
it was like they called it out that they won it, and then they're like, "Our bad," and someone else got it.
Yeah, I thought it was Moon something. Anyway,
Moon
sorry.
River and Me. So I thought, it was like halfway through the movie. I was like, now's the time.
Oh.
And I went to hold her hand.
Oh.
Classic move, right?
Turn on.
Except that
She doesn't have a hand.
she didn't have a hand. No. So
Oh,
the
I
arm.
have another date. Can I say after you?
Yes.
Sorry, that just reminded
You're
me.
a guest, so.
The no hand reminded me of that story.
Oh no.
Oh,
So
yeah,
so
like
the
what?
armrest on movie seat chairs are super comfy unless you're trying to like do a handhold maneuver,
Mm.
in which case about 3/4 of the way through the movie I couldn't feel my arm anymore and it started shaking
Well, you're holding her hand.
while I was holding her hand.
Cool.
It started shaking physically
Oh my god.
and I was too nervous to move it
Because you like it too much.
because I liked her and I didn't want to move it and she'd be like, oh no, he doesn't like holding my hand or whatever.
Did it hurt?
And so I was in pain. It started shaking and I was in pain. And I couldn't enjoy the end of La La Land, which is good. Because the end of it's extremely sad, but I enjoy that because that's real life.
Mm.
So I almost lost my arm that day.
Wow.
And then she broke up with me after we left the movie theater.
Aww.
And then she texted me, she's like, is your arm okay? And I was like, you could feel my arm shaking? And she's like, yeah, were you just like super nervous? I was like, no, I couldn't feel it anymore. So that was like the worst experience.
Cool. That's based.
Yeah. And then for some reason we were like, this was the only time it's happened, but we were super good friends after we started dating. Like after we finished dating.
That's good.
It's never happened in any other relationship for me,
That's good.
except that one. So I think it's just because it was like a 2-day kind of
Those
fling.
like the best like ways to end a relationship. Like
Yeah.
like, you have that mutual like friendship.
Yeah, especially if it's short, because then you aren't like so focused on like it being like a relationship. It's more like building up a friendship to get to that. Anyways,
Yeah.
Parker, have you dated anyone?
I went to the grocery store, bought some dates, threw one in my mouth. It was rotten. So,
I respect that.
Dude, mad respect. Don't
It's
date.
gross.
Women scare me.
Dates
I'll
are gross.
I'll say a story for you.
What story? Is it the no arm one?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
intrigued.
I might. So this isn't. I have respect for this girl. There's nothing. This is like she didn't do anything bad. I didn't do anything bad. It's just the situation. So,
Yeah. Like the
So
uncomfortable arm.
Yes. Okay. So.
Hold on. Was it pinched? I missed that detail. Was it what happened?
Well, I was holding her hand, and it was just like when you hold hands, they cross, and like her hand's here. So her arm was on top of mine, pushing it down into the seat, cutting off the circulation right here.
How heavy was her arm?
It wasn't that heavy. I was just in a
Was she
horrible
Wolverine?
position.
Just built out of adamantium.
She was a robot. I forgot to mention that I built in my basement.
She accidentally clawed me,
I turned into a zombie.
but I lived.
Unless...
Wait.
Danny, please tell your one arm story.
Okay. So, me and this girl were talking. This is like I don't even know what grade I was in. This was a long time ago. I forgot about this story. Huh? Okay. So me and this girl were talking, and it was like kind of weird. Like I wasn't sure what we're like. We would flirt here and there, and also like we wouldn't. Like it was a weird situation. But anytime like I'm talking to someone and I like want to like pursue something, and like I feel like we've all like had this like mutual like thing
Yeah.
with each other. I'm
Yeah.
like I just go for it. And I'm just like let's go on a date. So I was
Dude,
like,
I wish I had your confidence.
it's not confidence. I just do it. I'm just like, I am like internally just like scared, but I'm just like, just do it, just do it, and so I do it.
Just
do
Yeah,
Yeah, he just got Shia LaBeouf dancing around in his head.
exactly. Like I just
That's
fall
his
in my
mentor
ear.
for everything.
Yeah. So I'm like, so I'm just like, let's just do it. So I asked her to go on a date. The date's cute. It's a double date. Me, my brother and his girlfriend, and her. And
Is it
she's not there.
is it his now fiance?
She's not there.
Yeah. So Carissa.
So Chris.
We all
Wait,
go.
which brother?
One only brother.
Before you continue, we have cookies that we haven't broken
Sponsored
into.
by Michelle Clark.
Sponsored by Michelle Clark.
Yes,
Can we
she
eat these?
actually is.
The only
No, they're just for show.
the only actual sponsor.
Oh my gosh,
All
these
the
look
other
amazing.
stuff.
So quick thing, my mom this morning, when I told them, hey mom, can I have my friends over tonight? She was like, oh yes, I'll make you some cookies.
I'm gonna right now.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
So yeah,
Dude, I respect your mom.
the most
peanut
classic
butter.
mom thing possible.
Yeah.
Are any of our listeners allergic to peanut butter?
Oh, it smells like
Peanuts.
peanut butter and pizza in here.
Oh.
I'm getting diabetes.
I'm gonna die. of
Danny's overheating,
gas
getting
in my
diabetes,
body.
and
Alright.
had Chinese food earlier.
Yes.
So,
This sounds-
Danny, keep going. I
Okay,
keep
so
interrupting
we go
you.
on-
That's
we
my
go on-
bad.
we go on a date. We went downtown Detroit,
Classic.
and I forgot what the place is called, but it was ice skating.
These notes.
We're ice skating. Exactly, Parker. Exactly. We went ice skating, and we're going. She's very quiet. Like she's been quiet the entire time we're hanging out. And she is a quiet person, but it was just kind of like she was distant, and I was just like, this is not enjoyable. Like she's not talking. Like I swear I didn't hear her like talk to me at all. Like it was just weird. It was very weird.
Yeah.
She wasn't into it, and I was just kind of like trying to get something going, like talk.
It takes two.
Yeah, exactly.
make a thing go
Really,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the weird part. So that wasn't the bad part about sadly not the bad part.
Rip.
So we were ice skating, and I tried to go hold her hand for us to ice skate together, right? Because we're on a date, and I thought it'd be cute if I were to hold her hand. We've been talking for a minute, so I went to go hold her hand, and we hold hands for a couple seconds, and then she pulls away. And I try to go for it again, and then she pulls away one more time. I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna go for a third time. I'm just not gonna do it. I found out later on that she doesn't have a thumb on that hand. So
But she had an arm.
she had an arm. I was just holding a nub.
That's offensive.
I feel like that's something to talk. Like, I feel like that's something you should know before dating someone.
What?
I
That's
know, right?
That's a post-requisite.
But like,
No,
I did.
that's like an introduction. Hey, I'm John Michael. I don't have a thumb.
But I feel like it's obvious.
No, it was not.
That's
Yeah.
crazy
Like,
to
I
me.
never like. It was never like. I
You
don't
didn't
just
know?
stare at. I meet someone. I'm like, I look for their thumb.
Come on,
Before-
man. You didn't
before-
feel? You didn't have a thumb there?
She was wearing mittens. It was cold out.
It's such a floppy thumb.
But like, it was like. So you know how like some girls like they cup their hands like that.
Yeah.
It was like that. I was holding that. I was like this.
So she was really insecure.
About a thumb. Yeah. So,
I get
but
it.
like
Yeah.
that's the thing. So, and I'm like nothing against that. It was just kind of like I was trying to hold her hand.
You
She
wish
pulled
she would
away.
have told you and
Later
been
found
like,
out
hey,
that
I
she
don't have a
didn't
thumb.
Coming to know that, oh, she's probably insecure about that. So like now I'm like, oh, I'm holding the girl. It was just, I just felt bad. I should have known. But anyways,
I kind of.
interesting story. Not a bad day. It was a bad day because she didn't talk.
Right.
but-
I kind of feel for her.
Do you have no one?
I look at my thumbs.
Any,
But just imagine not having thumbs.
before you go on a date with someone, list out all your physical characteristics.
So, I am biosymmetrical.
Yeah.
So,
And then also,
I didn't have a thumb for a while.
that reminds me of a story.
So yeah, sorry.
Huh?
What?
Did you, who here, by raise of hand, has played with Thomas the Tank Engine toys?
Only Parker is raising his
Only
hand.
Parker is raising his hand.
man, we should record these.
So now this story is longer. Thomas the Tank Engine.
I know what they are.
I don't even know what they are. We just haven't played with them.
So now it's still the same length. Thomas the Tank Engines. You put little wooden tracks. Now they're like cheap plastic crap, but back in the heyday, they were expensive and good quality. And you take these tracks and lay them out, and it's like Hot Wheels for intellectuals who like trains. And Thomas. Anyway, I'd be playing with these things, and I'd be moving around, crawling around on the ground. Not sure how old I was. I might have been revisiting for nostalgia purposes, so I was probably somewhere around like 10 at this point instead of like 4. Anyway, so I was crawling around and I was like, if I didn't have a left hand, I would really have to interact with these toys a lot differently. And I was
How
just
old are
like,
you?
how would I move around with just my right hand? I don't know, like somewhere, I don't know. Like,
But a 10-year-old is thinking.
like in between 0 and 19 years old.
Which is your
Yes,
entire
dude.
lifespan.
No, probably less than 12, 13 years old. But it was weird because I think we were just watching Shark Week.
Dope.
Yeah, it must have been around little younger than 12 years old, probably. 13. 10 was a little young, I think.
Wow.
John Michael,
I don't know. Maybe.
what's up?
We're reaching 40 minutes on the first podcast. What is your phone at?
Oh my.
We've asked
My
like
phone's
2
charging.
questions.
Oh, is mine the only?
Is your
Oh
phone,
no, I'm recording. I see what you mean.
phone blowing up yet or what?
It's toasty. It's at 36 minutes.
You want to charge it in bursts?
So
Yeah, I'm gonna like let it stop charging. You're scaring me.
So what are we doing? Are we gonna continue?
Well, we have one more question.
No, we have 2 more.
Parker wants to do another one for
I
this
didn't know we
podcast.
were
But do
actually
we-
honoring
do
You haven't even asked questions.
I know, but did we end this podcast now?
Aren't we switching to 45 minutes?
So we have like 10 minutes then.
Yeah, we have enough time for the last question.
What?
Parker, you can do it. We can record another one.
But I'm saying that we now
Yeah, we can have part 1,
we
part 2.
Oh!
stop it now. Come back. with
Stop it
part
after your question.
two. Okay. But I want my. I'm being dramatic.
My question was, what's your favorite color?
Let's have Parker ask his real question.
It was an ironic question, but I'm glad because my next question is better.
Ask it.
Marginally.
For next time.
For next
So
time.
come back next week
So stay tuned.
if you want to hear Parker's question
Oh,
that interjects
man,
with
that's
his
like-
caller's question.
That's like clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
You know something else though?
What?
War. War never changes.
It's not the end of the podcast. Where did you come from?
There wasn't a war never changes joke yet.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was 40 minutes.
I said we
long,
end
so
this one.
I was kind of itching. Hey,
I
it's your toes.
Get your feet out of our pizza box.
Okay, so are we ending it or?
Get yo
Alright.
toe jam.
I feel like we should do 3 questions a podcast.
Okay.
That makes sense.
John Michael is really excited about his question. I think he just wants to start the next one with it.
Can I be honest? I haven't formulated a question yet. So I'm hoping that
Which
the time
one?
between podcasts.
Which water brand do you prefer, Nestle or Dasani?
Dasani.
Dasani's gross.
And I have a Nestle, it'd be Aquafina.
Nestle is like a
Nes-
straight evil company.
Nestle?
I thought you said that
Yeah.
your questions.
I like
were,
Pure Life.
directed
I
toward-
have an
Yeah.
idea.
From
I haven't
Meyer.
formulated
Nestle
it.
is like literally
Oh.
the devil.
Oh, you like.
Oh, dang it, we're doing 2 conversations again.
No, like I have like questions and like direction I want to go with my questions, but I don't know like how exactly I want to do it because it's like not serious, but it's like it's about life. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it-
So
Which Kierkegaardian level are you currently on?
I wish you're talking about Mark.
What? We can end this one.
Cool.
If John Michael really is scared.
Unless one of you want to answer or ask another question.
Yeah, Barker, we could go with your second question. Except that we don't have the dramatic pause until next week.
Plus, even if this goes over, like we're gonna, like you guys are gonna cut it, right?
It's kind of a long one. It doesn't have
You're just
to
gonna
be
let it
exact.
sit out for 45. Everything we say is gonna be added.
Basically.
Isn't how podcasts work?
What I'm saying now is gonna be added. Some people cut.
It doesn't have to be exactly 45 minutes.
We don't cut.
Just cut it mid-sentence.
We,
Alright.
the only things I cut are things that people are like distinctly like don't want it. If they're like, I accidentally said my exact address, don't put it in.
Which
I go,
is
all right.
7859 D's nuts on your chin line.
Yeah. Or if there's like a straight minute of awkward silence. You can
There's
take that.
never-
Can you cut out the number portion of that and replace it with 9137?
No.
4?
Listener,
Anyway.
just go back in your memory and change out the numbers.
Done. Sweet.
Cool.
Insert.
Ending now.
Rorschach's journal. Peanut butter cookies are the best.
These are really good cookies.
They are butterscotch peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.
That's unnecessarily good. It's not needed.
The only way I can put up with this city, with all the liberals and their own filth, is by eating peanut butter cookies.
Rorschach takes a bite of the cookie.
Take it away, Mason.
He's chewing. I was just seeing if Rorschach had anything else to say. Thanks for listening, everyone, to podcast number 6 of what are we talking about today? I think it's 6. 7 maybe at this point.
Don't fall asleep.
In post, you do the whole robot like 7.
I could. I've said the numbers too many times though now. So, I'll leave you guys with this final thought. Would you say that dogs should be able to vote?
No.
So quick.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.